This is a special news report hosted by Andy Pollock.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. We have breaking news from the Lincoln Tunnel as a motor vehicle accident has suspended all bus service into and out of the Port Authority bus terminal. So let's get you all the latest information from Port Authority Bus Terminal's Twitter account right now. At precisely 2:17 p.m., they tweeted out, due to a motor vehicle accident on the westbound side of the Lincoln Tunnel, or I'm trying to figure this out. Sorry about that, folks. Anyhow, trying to see if my fellow colleague, that might be Matt. Hang on. Is he live right now? Okay, no, he's not. That's just somebody else, Jim Ryan, Mr. Cannonball, as I like to call him. He'll be out covering it later today for the fourth travel. But anyhow, all bus service is now suspended until further notice. The good news is the NJT path and the waterways are now cross-honoring. Got some good news on that front, but for other people who don't have the luxury of taking the train, they're screwed. They are definitely 100% screwed. So we're going to try to get a couple pictures from the accident scene. We will check in with Greg Rice on 1010 Wins in just a moment. We have a way to check in with him from WINS Radio up in New York. I do apologize. There we go. So we will tune into him in just a second. So I will switch the audio.
Has chance to beat Donald Trump in the
Do apologize.
At least 240 and not donated. Call 1-8.
See if I can fast forward it.
Sports desk. Here's John Minko.
Larry, 4-2 Yankee loss to the Mets last.
Army colonel and former diplomat who was Brooklyn Bridge and big shows in Jersey's Brooklyn Bridge and big temperatures in the mid to upper 90s. And of course, the city is certainly for the road for a trip that will take.
And all throughout his remarkable life by viaduct, which remains when Weehawken on this.
The trouble around New York.
All right, so we will be checking in with Greg Rice in just a second.
As people trying to get out of town for the holiday.
We'll just let it play it out.
Media platforms are experiencing problems today.
Right, I've been noticing that too. Thankfully, I can still come to you guys right now. But we want to focus on this because there's not going to be enough coverage over the course.
Chance of showers later in the day, high 88.
This is John Minko, Subway Series finale 2019. Yanks at Texas City Field. Remember Hamad off the injured list who will oppose Jason Vargas of the Mets. It's day 3 at Wimbledon.
So we'll switch it over to the audio feed of WINS in just a second.
T-Mobile and Sprint are said to be close to gaining antitrust approval for their plan.
Wednesday's time 2:01. From the Ram Trucks Traffic Center, an expanded report. Here's Greg Rice.
Larry, we are getting a look at video over by the Lincoln Tunnel in Weehawken on this truck that flipped from the overpass onto the westbound 495 viaduct. That's why, right out of the outbound Lincoln, you cannot get onto the outbound Helix. And the westbound 495 viaduct, it is shut down because of the mess leaving the west side of town. We are looking at 60 to 90 minutes already at the outbound Lincoln, and that's before you have to deal with the detour. If you're your plan is to wait this out, that is wrong. This is not going to get better anytime soon. It looks from what we're seeing like there is going to be a lengthy investigation in New Jersey because of why this truck flipped onto the roadway. Outbound Holland right now is 45 to 60, but your best bet out of Manhattan, go to the West Side Highway, take the outbound George back to Jersey, and then work your way to your destination from there. The outbound George does better. The earlier construction on the outbound upper level, that is all gone. The other approaches to the outbound George starting to get bad. Inbound George is fine. Inbound Lincoln already for.
All right, folks. So I'm going to urge you right now, if you need to get into New York, if you need to leave New York right now, your best alternative is to take the George Washington Bridge right now. So if you need to leave or get into New York, please use the George Washington Bridge. We're going to get an update now from WCBS 880 in just a second. I'm going to try to get you traffic reports because right now, again, this is a real emergency. Like, you normally don't think that, oh, typical traffic issues. No, this is the real deal, folks. This is legitimately the real deal. We're going to go live to WCBS in just a second if they will load. Hopefully, I can get them on.
For years, sported a garish paint job.
All right, so we are now listening to WCBS 880 in New York right now, and we will get an update from them. Oh, here we go.
248 at WCBS Traffic and Weather, sponsored by Subway. Back to you, Jim Feldman.
Thanks, Steve. And back to about 495, where the closure continues at Palisade Avenue, where this flipped-over garbage truck still has everything shut down. It happened right around 1 o'clock, so westbound 495 at Palisade Avenue completely shut down. Traffic coming outbound at the Lincoln Tunnel being diverted to the Hoboken Tunnel, and outbound at the Lincoln while you're already looking at delays of an hour and a half. Some trouble there as well on the New York side in the North Tube. That's a disabled vehicle taking out a lane. So if you're going to use the Holland Tunnel as your alternate, just know you do have delays of an hour there. Southbound West Street jammed up back to 12th Avenue. Canal Street, Varick Street, everything outbound of the Holland Tunnel is really slow. And outbound at the GWB, every approach, well, that's already jammed up. It's an hour on the Cross Bronx. It's at least 45 minutes now on the Bruckner southbound getting out of the northbound Beacon, northbound Harlem River Drive. That is also about a half an hour. And also in New Jersey, southbound on Route 440, right around Route 35 in Perth Amboy, a vehicle fire has 3 lanes blocked. And back to Weehawken, westbound 30th Street, Bergen Line Avenue to Palisade Avenue. That is where the closure continues. That's where all of this started, involving that truck that fell onto 495. Next traffic update, less than 10 minutes away.
All right, so once again, to confirm, a garbage truck has flipped over on westbound 495. It is the area once you exit the Lincoln Tunnel going westbound. So, pretty much all I can tell you is all Port Authority bus service is suspended right now. New Jersey Transit, PATH, and the Waterway are cross-honoring. So if you need any of those 3 services to get out or into New York, you have those options. Now, again, if you are trying to get onto the Lincoln Tunnel right now, I would advise to take the West Side Highway. Take the West Side Highway and cut to the George Washington Bridge, because right now, that's your best way getting out of the city right now. There's no way to get – that's the only way out. If you even attempt to take the Harlem River Drive right now, and I know the Harlem River Drive pretty well, you try to deal with those 2 lanes, forget it. You're going to be stuck there. So if you can take West 125th Street, take it to the West Side Highway, go north, and then take the West Side Highway up to the George Washington. I'm trying to see if I can. Here we go. So we'll tune in to WINS again, and I'll try to get you some video of pretty much what's going on here.
Despite all of this, at the outbound Lincoln, this is going to eat up 2 hours of your time. Port Authority, they are not sending anything out towards 495 at all. They have suspended that service. Your best way to leave Manhattan and get back to Jersey is the West Side Highway to the outbound George. If you are thinking about the Holland, you and everyone else, that is well over an hour from all approaches. I'm going to move this up to at least 90 minutes right now at the outbound Holland and building. Inbound Lincoln, 30 to 40 with rubber tracking. Inbound George is fine. The inbound Holland, 20 from the Skyway, better from the Turnpike. Outbound George, West Side Highway, despite all of this extra traffic, that is no worse than any of the other outbound options. Queensbound Throgs Neck, the worst of the Upper East River offerings. Northbound Cross Island near Linden Boulevard, they're getting River Wreck, which is backed up the eastbound Belton to Van Wyck. Cross Island, it's a southbound part.
All right, so once again, you just heard Greg Rice. Please avoid the Holland Tunnel if you can, because it's not going to get you anywhere anytime soon. So again, if you are attempting to leave Manhattan right now via car, and you need to get into New Jersey, I know I hate saying this, and I know you're going to be like, oh, I have to do the Carteret Toll Plaza. Trust me, it's the best alternative right now than sitting on the Holland Tunnel and wondering if you can even get the 78 that way. I know if you're thinking, oh, well, I normally take the Lincoln Tunnel to get on the 280 and cut into Essex County. Well, your trip's going to be long anyway. So just take the George Washington Bridge. And the best part is, if you take the GW Bridge, there's no toll leaving New Jersey. That's another reason why you should even think about hopping onto the GW right now. That's all I'm going to say on that front. I also quickly want to mention Andy's pick for a gas station next on Route 46 in Fort Lee. Just a recommendation. So right now, what we're going to do is take a look at the map. We will pull up the map right now. I'll try to pull up my map of New Jersey. Zoom out. That would be excellent. Okay. So we will pull up the traffic map. Trying to see what's going on right now. Okay. So like I figured. Look at this, folks. The Harlem River Drive is already a mess. Because everybody's trying to avoid the Lincoln Tunnel right now. And also, keeping in mind, this is when people normally think about today. Think about how important today is. This is one of the busiest travel days of the year. All right? Everybody's leaving to get away for the 4th. So now, all this extra traffic is just going to make everything worse. Also, I quickly want to send an urgent advisory. Please avoid the eastern spur of the New Jersey, the western spur, this spur right here. You know where you get off on the Route 3 exit? Avoid it. Stay on this spur. The best alternative right now. It's going to get you where you need to go a whole lot quicker if you're trying to take 3 and cut into Little Falls using 46. I know a lot of people take that approach. We'll try to pull up some of the cameras if I can try to pull them up. So I know I had them on bookmark. I don't have... Let's see. Can we pull it up at the moment? Okay, good. We can pull up the cameras. Now, very quickly, let's see if Greg has tweeted out any information. Greg Rice, our traffic correspondent, and see if he is... Okay, I don't have a video of it at the moment. Lincoln Tunnel. Trying to get you a video if I can find it. Okay, folks, we have a video. We have a video from Dan Bowers of Fox 5. So here is our first look at the overturned garbage truck that's on 495 right now in New Jersey. Okay, here we go. So Channel 7, I'm assuming this was Shannon Stone who was up in the air trying to get the aerial coverage of this. Ooh. So it looks like 2 other vehicles were involved in this accident. That is not a good sign. Yeah, from what I'm making out, that's an Infiniti. And I can't make out what that white car is. All right, we have another look at the overturned truck. So I don't know if this is correct, but I believe this is where, if I am correct, I believe this is the westbound side of where 495 links up with Route 3 and the New Jersey Turnpike. And also where Route 3, right, where 280 also comes into. Okay, we got some notifications. If anybody has any tips to me right now, tweet me at Andy's Randomness. If you're at the Port Authority bus terminal, if you're stuck in Manhattan right now, if you're trying to avoid this, and let's say you're on the West Side Highway, please tweet me at Andy's Randomness. I will get you on the air. So my friend, Matt Camper, who was also a fellow colleague, tweeted out some of these. Oh, excellent. Darla Miles from WABC. Thank you very much. All right, so. All right, so you just heard the Port Authority police officer. If you are at the Port Authority right now, what I would recommend doing is don't even think about taking the subway. Because if you take the subway, you're just going to burden everybody else. I know it's hot. I know you're going to complain. But trust me, it's only 8 blocks to Penn Station. I've walked it. Matt has walked it. Walk south on 8th Avenue. If you need service into New Jersey, train service is cross-honoring right now. If you have a bus pass, you can show it to the conductor, and they will be able to help you get to your destination in New Jersey. They will be able to at the moment. Okay, we have Mark Mazia. I don't know who he is, but he does work for WABC. So we're going to hear the weather for a second in New York. I do apologize. So I didn't know the weather for Saturday.
New Jersey suburbs into this evening. Otherwise, cloudy, warm, and humid tonight, down to 73 in the boroughs, upper 60s in many suburbs. Tomorrow for the 4th of July, sun and clouds, warm and humid. Again, a thunderstorm possible. That's mostly in the afternoon and mostly in New Jersey. The high 87. Temps in the upper 70s for the Macy's 4th of July fireworks spectacular. On Friday, a mix of clouds and sun, still the threat of a thunderstorm in spots, the high 83, and then partly sunny, very warm and humid. Showers and a thunderstorm Saturday with a high of 87. 86 now in Newark, 85 in Baltimore.
Well, I'm still worried because I have to walk on Corporate Drive to get to where I need to go on Saturday. So, figured to show you what's going on. Let's try to pull up a camera at Henry Hudson Parkway. Oh boy, folks, take a look at this. You may want to look at this right now. Just able to pull up a camera feed. Look at this right now. Everybody is trying to head onto the George Washington Bridge right now.
Here's what's happening. If you're trying to get out of town for the holidays, steer clear of the Lincoln Tunnel. Greg Rice will tell you why in a moment. A funeral mass today for former police.
Right, so very good that they're leading off with it. Very good.
9/11 related cancer.
So what I'm trying to do right now is trying to get another camera. Can we get another camera? Okay, good. We can get one in Harlem right now. So let's see what it looks like in Harlem right now. All right, so this is the northbound Henry Hudson. See those cars pointing towards your direction in front of you? That's all the cars right now trying to get onto the George Washington Bridge. Let's try to get another one at 96th Street. So here's 96th Street. And look at that. One of the cars just jumped the zebra. Look at that. See that? The police could use this. They had a plate. They could definitely get that guy a ticket. Just saying, they could. for their advantage. Here we go.
Right out of the outbound Lincoln Tunnel, the entire westbound 495 viaduct is shut down because of a rollover near Palisade Avenue. If for some reason you're still hearing that and saying, I'm going to go for the Lincoln, this is going to eat up over 2 hours of your time as you try to get through the backups in Manhattan, get through the tunnel, and get around the detours in Jersey. You are looking at easily 2 hours of your time right now. That's how bad this looks. There is some sort of investigation that has to happen, and then a whole lot of cleanup. So let's talk about your other options. The outbound Holland, that's where you're heading. That's where everybody else is heading. That is 90 minutes and building. The West Side Highway just does not move from the 40s all the way down to Canal Street as everybody just heads downtown to Varick Street. The Canal Street option, those are all terrible for you at this point. The way to do this thing, it's not pretty, but it's better, is the northbound West Side Highway or even Riverside Drive to the George and then back to Jersey and find your way from there. This is better than dealing with the outbound Holland, even though it is not great. Inbound George is all right. Inbound Lincoln's at least 40 minutes with rubbernecking. Inbound Holland is no more than 20.
All right, so I want to quickly bring up something very important, and this is what you may want to take into consideration. If you need Route 4 right now, and I'm going to give a warning at the moment to head over to the Garden State Parkway, it is a decent option. You could also take 80 Express. Here we go. More information.
The tunnel is a mess. That's because a truck rolled off an overpass onto I-495 in Union City. All Jersey-bound traffic from New York is being diverted. Our Samantha Liebman joins us now live with a close-up.
Yes, and I'm right on the overpass looking down at this. Not down. This truck is on this end, tied to a tow truck. Witnesses say it was driving east, actually, on 30th Street here in Union City when it apparently lost control, hit 3 cars on 30th Street, then careened into a lamppost and then over the overpass onto the westbound side of 495. There's a lot of emergency crews on the scene here and traffic, of course, rubbernecking on the other side. But it appears, people say that it's a BTW truck, a garbage truck from Union City. And this happened just after around 12:30. But yeah, they have it attached to the tow truck, but they have yet to lift it up and out of there. So it could be a very long afternoon here on 495. Samantha Beeson, 1010 Wins, live in Union City.
You can see photos from the scene at 1010wins.com. Lock it into 1010 Wins for the very latest in traffic reports every 10 minutes on the ones. Wins News Time 3:05. This mishap came on one of the worst possible days as people try to get out of town for the 4th. At least it's not raining, not yet. Let's get the latest from AccuWeather and meteorologist Carrie Schwindenhammer.
Yeah, there have been a couple of spotty showers and thunder showers moving across Mercer and Monmouth counties, southern Middlesex as well. But I think all the activity is going to remain south and west of the city for the most part as we head through the evening hours. And again, tomorrow, I think the best chance will be across New Jersey for any kind of pop-up thunderstorm in the afternoon or evening. It's certainly going to be very warm and humid, though. Temperatures in the upper 80s and real feel temperatures probably in the mid-90s once again. Upper 70s, by the way, for the start of the Macy's 4th of July fireworks. If you're headed to southern New England, Boston, for instance, looks pretty good over the next 24 to 36 hours. Keep it tuned to 1010 Wins for more updates on the fireworks.
If you go to Coney Island tomorrow, go early so you won't miss the special event.
It's a New York July 4th holiday tradition, the hot dog eating contest, and today is the big weigh-in, a kind of stare-down between the champs and some publicity for Nathan's. Joey Chestnut is the all-time champ, last year stuffing down 74 francs in 10 minutes, and he tells me he's going to break the record again.
I feel like I'm ready. I've had some good practices. I've been running like it's so silly. It's like I should have been running when I was younger. I run more now, and I can control my breathing better, and I eat better now.
The hot dog competition gets underway on the boardwalk July 4th at 10:45 in Coney Island. Drew Scott, 1010 Wins at the Empire State Building in Manhattan.
Wins News Time 3:06. A
Funeral mass was held in Queens this morning for former police detective Luis Alvarez. Alvarez lost his battle with a 9/11 related colon cancer last weekend. He was 53. Police Commissioner O'Neill among the mourners.
The NYPD alone lost 23 brave souls on that day the terrorists attacked our nation. And more than 500 of our members have since contracted various ailments and life-threatening illnesses. And as of this morning, 222 of them have already died, including Lou Alvarez. And tomorrow, that number could rise.
Alvarez's son, David, also spoke.
Before he became an American hero, he was mine. He was my hero, my inspiration, the one above all I wanted to make proud, the one I aspired to be.
Alvarez was a tireless fighter in persuading Congress to compensate the first responders and others who paid a heavy price for their service or just being in the proximity of the catastrophe. It was just weeks ago that Alvarez traveled to Washington to lobby legislators to fully fund and extend the Victims' Compensation Fund. We don't have details yet, but a brother and sister who went missing in Newark last night have been found. 14-year-old Treasure Green and 7-year-old Shan Green are said to be safe and sound. Siblings at least one of the siblings had run away in the past. Wins News Time 3:08. A ticking time bomb. That's what the acting Homeland Security Inspector General is saying in a report about the dangerous conditions for many migrants at Border Patrol facilities. This anonymous Border Patrol agent confirms much of what was in the report.
I have never seen them cleaning counters or cleaning toilets in the cells or cleaning sinks in the cell. Sometimes you go in a cell and there's trash everywhere.
Border Patrol agents are searching for a missing 2-year-old girl in the Rio Grande near the Texas town of Del Rio. Reports say agents detained a woman from Haiti, and she told them that she had lost her daughter while crossing the river from Mexico. Wins News Time 3:09.
If you don't know your numbers, you don't know your business.
Meet Evan Goldberg, founder of NetSuite.
I had to learn that the hard way with my first company. That's why I started NetSuite. I needed to see everything that was going on with my business in one place. So we built the world's first cloud business system. And after 20 years, over 16,000 companies run their businesses on NetSuite. Everything you need to keep growing is in one place. Financials, HR, commerce, customer info, and more. NetSuite gives you the visibility and control you need to make smart decisions and grow with confidence. That's why companies who use NetSuite grow 3 times faster than the S&P 500.
Find out the rest of Evan's story and get your free guide titled 7 Key Strategies to Grow Your Profits at netsuite.com/radio. That's netsuite.com/radio for your free guide. 7 Key Strategies to Grow Your Profits. Go right now to netsuite.com/radio.
On tape.
Your world can change in an instant. Shouldn't you know about it instantly? Guardian Protection can alert you. Whether it's a smoke alarm going off, a window being broken, a package being delivered, or even that your kids got home safe. Stay connected when you're not home. Call Guardian Protection today at 1-800-PROTECT. That's 1-800-776-8328. And let us protect your world.
Wins News Time 3:11 from the Maven Davis Discount Tire Traffic Center, another expanded report. Here's Greg Rice.
Well, the mess in New Jersey continues, as you've been hearing for the better part of 2 hours here on 1010 Wins. 495 westbound in New Jersey, right out of the outbound Lincoln, is completely shut down. If you even bother to deal with the outbound Lincoln right now, it's going to eat up 2 hours of your afternoon. You get back to Jersey, they push you off through the local street exit towards Hoboken. You got to find your way around that through that exit. This is all shut down because of a truck that flipped off of Palisade Avenue onto 495 westbound. And again, right out of the outbound Lincoln, 495 westbound is shut down from the looks of things. This is going to be the story all day long. Your other options out of town, you go for the outbound Holland. It's looking like 2 hours on that trip off of the West Side Highway and 90 minutes from everywhere else. The best way to leave the island right now, take the West Side Highway or even Riverside Drive and get back to Jersey via the George. Find your way from there. This is better than dealing with the bunch up at the outbound side of the Holland. Inbound side of the Holland is about 20. It is 30 to 45 at the inbound Lincoln with all of the rubbernecking. Inbound George is doing well, but none of the outbound options are. West Side's no worse for wear than anything else. Queensbound Throgsneck, the worst of the Upper East River offerings. Getting to the outbound Brooklyn Bridge, there is trouble on the ramps getting on to the span. Westbound BQE, you've got a standstill from the LI to Hamilton Avenue. Eastbound a mess to the Battery, and again from Tillery Street to the Kosciuszko Bridge. Eastbound LI, the worst way home through Queens. Garden State Parkway ride southbound slow from Hazlitt all the way to your Shore Points. I'm Greg Rice on 1010 Wins.
Now the AccuWeather 4-day forecast. Here's meteorologist Kerry Schwindenhammer with a live report.
Well, we can rule out a spotty shower or thunderstorm to the south and west of the city this evening. It'll be warm and sticky overnight, partly cloudy, low 73. For tomorrow, Independence Day, partly sunny, quite warm and moderately humid, and maybe a thunderstorm in the afternoon or evening in the Jersey suburbs, the high 87 degrees. By the way, for the start of the Macy's 4th of July fireworks, upper 70s tomorrow night. Will be warm and sticky overnight with a low of 71. There could be a thunderstorm in spots Friday, clouds, some sun, warm and humid, high 83. Still warm and humid Saturday with a couple of showers and thunderstorms in the area, high 87 degrees. It's 83 and partly sunny in Central Park. Humidity 60%, wind variable at 5 miles an hour. Again, we're at 83 going down to 73 in Midtown. I'm AccuWeather's Kerry Schwindenhammer on New York's weather station 1010 Wins.
Wins News Time 3:13.
After that accident,
Air Hamptons is a 24-hour air service flying vacationers and business people alike to locations on the East Coast, including Martha's Vineyard, Saratoga Springs, the Hamptons, Atlantic City, Nantucket, Bar Harbor, Boston, and more. Just call 800-516-4430 or visit airhamptons.com, and one of our friendly schedulers will promptly contact you regarding your request. Fly Air Hamptons to your next meeting, vacation, or romantic.
Bus service suspended to New Jersey Port Authority after that accident that you just saw on Eyewitness News. A huge, let's take a picture of that if we could. Again, I'm Bill Ritter in the Eyewitness Newsroom with this digital special on ABC 7 NY. A garbage truck in New Jersey getting into an accident on a service road that leads to the Lincoln Tunnel into Manhattan. And if you just take a quick look at that, we're pulling back. There's the garbage truck on the bottom there. It got in an accident. You're seeing the backward trail. You'll see a car right there. It got into that accident with a car and then veered over the overpass onto I-495. There's the white car it crashed into I-495, westbound lanes heading to the New Jersey Turnpike. Everything westbound getting into the Lincoln Tunnel is backed up into Manhattan. And once you're through the tunnel into New Jersey, they're getting off at Union City. On side streets. You can just imagine there were so many people. The market closed at 1. People were getting out of town for the long holiday weekend starting tomorrow, and they wanted to start tonight. This is a live picture from Port Authority Terminal in Midtown Manhattan, and it is shut down. They're not letting people really get in there anymore. There are people there, but every bus shut down in and out of the bus terminal because you can't get into New Jersey through buses right now. It's just too crowded. Huge delays on this getaway. Let's start with our traffic reporter, Alex Lee, who is watching all this as well. And Alex, you couldn't ask for a worse time for this to happen.
No, you really couldn't. I mean, this is when everyone's getting out of work early for the holiday weekend, so it's just really a mess. Everybody already en route to that outbound Lincoln Tunnel, so now it is totally closed off to traffic. Buses already en route from the Port Authority were allowed to leave. This is according to New Jersey Transit. But once those buses that I'm now seeing on the camera head through the Lincoln Tunnel, once they're through, they're saying that's it. As you've mentioned, Port Authority now completely shut down for any buses that were not already en route. Now we've seen a few cars also squeezed through there. That was cars that got into the back lane. So the furthest you can get, though, once you're through that outbound Lincoln Tunnel in New Jersey on 495 is Park Avenue in Weehawken, and that's where they shut it down. Everybody diverted off either before there or Park Avenue. That's the very furthest you can get because, as you mentioned, Bill, 495 completely closed down because of this garbage truck. So this is going to mess with inbound bus service. Of course, those buses go in, turn around, and get out. Those delays on inbound bus service already up to 30 minutes. Now, if you're heading for the outbound Holland instead, it's going to be at least 1 hour, and that is growing at the minute. Also starting to get pretty bad at the George Washington Bridge, Jersey bound, of course, all the approaches, West Side Highway, Harlem River Drive, even the Diga and the Cross Bronx just slams now getting to the outbound George. Everybody heading there instead. My advice would be to go for the train or the ferry. Those are going to be your best bet.
Yeah, trains look pretty good right now. There's no delays on the train services getting under on those tracks, but there are only 3 ways to get to New Jersey from Manhattan if you're driving, and that's the George and the Holland and the Lincoln. And right now, they're all a mess, and all because of what you're seeing on your digital screen. I don't know if you're watching this as well, but Alex, let me just tell you, if you're looking at this on our website, they are actually trying to lift this car up, and I don't know if this bridge. There's a tow truck on the other side. I don't know if this overpass is structurally sound. You can see the concrete, really messed up there. It's all cracked and barely holding on. I don't know what the structural integrity of that overpass is after that garbage truck went over the overpass.
Right, of course, and of course the concern with the how much it's going to be able to support them pulling that garbage truck up is for the cars down below. And also for anybody up on those local roads by Palisade Avenue and 30th Street where it came from. So it's just going to be the place. I think the blanket statement here is just stay away. You're just not going to want to head to that part of New Jersey right now if you're not already.
Maybe it's a tough thing to say, Alex, but maybe delay your out-of-town visit just for a little bit until all this clears up. Alex Lee, thank you very much. And as we were talking, I see that the tow truck that was there, you're right, maybe it just lifted it up a little bit to get some cars going there, but it's not there anymore. So they decided perhaps wisely not. The truck is on the right now. It was facing it perpendicular, straight ahead. It was facing it, tried to lift it up, and I think maybe they decided not to do it, at least right now. Alex Lee, thanks for weighing in on this, the expert traffic reporter that really nailed down what was backed up and what wasn't. Alex, thanks very much. We want to turn to Eyewitness News reporter Mike Marza, who is in Midtown. Mike, and I hope you can hear me. I see you. Where are you exactly, and what's it like there? It looks like there are no cars coming around where you are.
Yeah, Bill, not a good sight, especially on the eve of 4th of July as people are trying to make their way off of the island of Manhattan. We are at 42nd Street and 11th Avenue, and you can see the traffic now being diverted away from the entrance. The outbound Lincoln Tunnel is shut down on July 3rd in the afternoon. Not the words that these people want to hear as they are now stopped in traffic. As we swing around here, Brian White, our photojournalist behind the camera today, and this backup stretching all the way, in my estimation, now into the 20s. Again, we're at 42nd and 11th Avenue as we take a look here real quick. So he's waiting. A lot of people frustrated here trying to figure out how they're going to get to New Jersey. Sir, we're live on Eyewitness News. There was a crash in New Jersey, and that's prevented people from crossing through the Lincoln Tunnel. Where are you headed, and what are you trying to do?
New Jersey.
So what's your plan of attack right now?
I don't know. I don't have no idea. I just see the closing. I don't know what's the problem. Where's the crash? In New Jersey?
On 495. What are you trying to do today?
I'm going to Secaucus. I deliver mail to the post office here in New York City.
Take the George or the Lincoln or the Holland.
It's gonna be bad, man.
Well, so Bill Ritter is offering a word of advice: the George Washington Bridge or some other avenue. There are only 3 ways, as you know.
I'm gonna use the Hanel Tunnel because George Washington Bridge is far away. Right. So I'm gonna try to use the tunnel. Hopefully I find the way easy, not too much traffic, so I'll be home by 5 o'clock.
All right, good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Hey, Mike, I want to
So
get
that's
this
the
right.
story here. People coming up to 11th right here and trying to figure out, okay, so now the tunnel is closed, and that reduces your chances of getting to New Jersey by 33%, as we know. One of the three options closed down. We talked about the Port Authority bus terminal also shut down right now. In fact, they're closing the doors so people can't even use those buses that largely service those passengers headed to New Jersey. So, Bill, a lot of people hitting a roadblock here, literally and figuratively, and some of them working, as we heard from that gentleman, some people trying to make their way out for the holiday as well, Bill.
Mike, I want to reiterate, because you broke some news there. For the first time, we're hearing that the Lincoln Tunnel is shut down westbound. We were told that it was staying open, and until it just happened, I think it was staying open, and they were diverting traffic once you got out of the tunnel, the Jersey side, into Union City on the service streets. It just became, I guess, too backed up, and you're saying it is now shut down. You cannot get into the Lincoln Tunnel westbound, right?
Yeah. In fact, Bill, take a walk with me right here as we take a walk, because we can do that on 11th Avenue right now because this lane is shut down. So all this traffic at the entrance at West 42nd Street is being diverted around what would be the entrance to the Lincoln Tunnel. And these police officers here are breaking the news to people as they're stopped at this stoplight that, in fact, the outbound Lincoln Tunnel right here at 42nd, they're not going to be able to go through that right now because it is shut down and it's unclear when that will change.
Well, my brother, you told the
And also,
newsroom, too.
one other thing.
Yeah.
Well, one other thing that I will point out to you, Bill, is we've seen this in the past couple of minutes. Emergency vehicles trying to make their way down 11th Avenue are having a difficult time because of all the traffic, so they're trying to just push everybody out of the way so they can service whatever call that they're being called to do. But obviously not the sight that a lot of people want to see here.
No, that's for sure. And I'm sure the emergency vehicles are also trying to get, don't forget there were 17 people hurt, 3 of them critically. And you be careful too, Mike, because a motorcycle just went very, very close to you as it tried to whiz by. So you just be careful out there. Thanks for, and also for the breaking news that Mike Mars is just reporting. Lincoln Tunnel westbound now closed. It was open, but going very slow go to try to get to Union City. A crashing flying leap over the overpass, the Palisades Avenue overpass, over 495. It was trying to go on the service street up above to the eastbound 495 through the Lincoln Tunnel. Instead, it got in a crash and then launched over the overpass down onto the westbound 495. That shut it all down. 17 people hurt, 3 of them critically. And for the people who are trying to get out of town into New Jersey from Manhattan on this holiday weekend getaway for the 4th of July, a long holiday, this is bad news indeed. We're going to continue to follow this and bring you any late developments online at ABC7NY. And of course, coverage beginning in 50 minutes on Eyewitness News, first at 4. I'm Bill Ritter in the newsroom. Good luck. If you're one of those people stuck and are watching this right now, try not to get out of town, at least for a little bit while they clear this. Thanks for watching.
All right, so you just heard Bill Ritter from WABC Television, which is, of course, where I get my news from New York. Again, if you are just joining, hang on, I'm just trying to get my phone plugged in. I do apologize about that. There we go. So we got breaking news up in New York. As you can clearly see on your screen right now, a garbage truck flipped over. It got into an accident. It veered off the road, crashed into 2 other cars, and then pretty much flipped over onto the westbound side of 495. So here's what I can tell you right now. All bus service into and out of the Port Authority bus terminal is suspended. New Jersey Transit, PAP Train, New York Waterway are all cross-honoring bus passes. If you are at Port Authority bus terminal, please walk on 8th Avenue South to get to Penn Station if you need service. Please do not take the AC and the E lines because you are going to inconvenience other customers who need to get to their destination. So please just walk. It's an easier option. Also, I quickly want to mention this. Lincoln Tunnel westbound is shut down. The best way to leave at this particular moment is the George Washington Bridge. Do not even think about taking the Holland, because if you take the Holland Tunnel, the issue is going to be they'll be stuck longer. So, quickly get that out of the way. Let's just try to get it. All right, so we got some news. Oh, Gridlock Sam retweeted me. Thank you. That's a big deal getting retweeted by Gridlock Sam.
Something like, bouncing. You gotta control.
All right, so we have an eyewitness. We do have an eyewitness. So here is Dan Bowens from Fox 5 interviewing an eyewitness.
The truck was coming out from that way, right? And then something like, bouncing. And you gotta control. He took all these cars out. And then he just went over. That's what I saw right there.
What were you thinking when that happened?
I was thinking, imagine you walking with your daughter or somebody and you get taken out innocent, you don't know nobody because you know what's coming behind you. That's what I was thinking.
And he's bouncing.
Yeah, like, yeah, being like ping pong. Then he went over.
What were you thinking when that happened? I mean, what did it sound like?
All right, so we can confirm that 7 people have been injured. We do not know the severity of the truck driver's injuries. But at least the good news is we have information. Now, Matt did go live just a second ago. Okay, we have a tweet from the waterway at Ride the Ferry tweeted, due to high passenger volumes, delays may be experienced on all routes. We anticipate your patience as we do our best to board passengers safely and efficiently. Also, I quickly want to mention, I'm still in Ocean City, Maryland right now. My dad is actually getting a few more supplies for the 4th tomorrow because we're going to be eating here and then enjoying the fireworks down here. As soon as my dad comes back, which he's in Delaware actually getting supplies because they're not here in Maryland, but we're actually going to be traveling into Delaware later on. So please, if I do have to leave the air, please tune to your local affiliates up in New York. They will be giving coverage of this, thankfully. You can follow me on Twitter at Andy's Randomness. As soon as the Port Authority resumes bus service, I will go on Twitter and retweet the information. Because, again, there's no need for me to go on Periscope, of course, if that happens. I can just retweet the information if something does go down. Oh, boy. Look at that. Yep. Not shocked. Look at that. NJT trains are already going to get overcrowded. Oh, boy. Wow. Yep. Ferries are already bunched. I can't blame people. That's not good. Todd Kaminsky. Thank you very much. Chopper 880. Look at that. He actually tweeted out some pictures. Look at that. Let's retweet this. Do I even follow Todd on Twitter? Okay, I do. So I don't know. Maybe I missed this tweet or something. I don't know. But look at this. So this is our first look of the tow truck. Getting this garbage truck out of the way. That's some good news, at least. That's some pretty good news. Then retweet that I do apologize. So there we go. Yep. Look at that. The garbage truck is being pulled up. Now, if I am correct, did Notify NYC just sent me a notification? Let's just see for a second. Okay, no. That's just fireworks information. I'm wondering if they're going to be giving me a notification if bus service has resumed out of the Port Authority. That's what I'm waiting for. Again, that's probably going to be in the next hour or two to figure out if they're even going to be. Hi, Bauer Elijah just texted me. Now, again, John, here's the issue. If you are watching, the issue is the Holland Tunnel was just as bad, and you're going to be stuck in that for a while. Oh, okay. Now I'm elaborating. Sorry, John. You mean for buses? They could do that, but again, that's up to the Port Authority to make that call. That's not up to me to make that decision. If I were to make that decision, I'm sorry, but I think Port Authority did the right thing. I mean, there's no way you can get buses out. All right, so Notify NYC did tweet this. All right, Lincoln Tunnel is available. Yes, so again, cars are advised to use the George Washington Bridge or that. Okay, right. Wow. Am I correct? They sent out how many updates? 97 updates. Okay, that is a little bit odd, but all right, I guess. Just pure chaos today. Pure chaos. Ooh, look at that. The heavy red is approaching the Harlem River right now. It is just a real mess today. Let's see. I'm wanting to know if Matt... trying to get Matt, but I don't see his Periscope anywhere. Okay, here we go right now. DOT just has this picture. 11th Avenue approach to the outbound Lincoln Tunnel is blocked. I'm trying to get you Matt, but I don't see him. Oh, thank you, Samantha Liebran. Oh, Matt retweeted me. Thank you. Okay, I'm trying to see if I can find Matt, but I don't see his... Okay. Right, so again, you cannot enter and exit through the Port Authority right now. Can't do that.
Now, the Port Authority bus terminal, because of a accident involving a sanitation vehicle, apparently from a local road, went on to 495 West. If you need, yeah, Vincent, that's right. Oh, jeez, is about right. If you need service out of there, what I would encourage you, if you need to get to Jersey, what you need to do right now is take the train. Best alternative is if you need to get somewhere in Jersey right now and you are close enough to a train station where your destination is near a train station, take the train. Take the train from Penn Station. If you are Port Authority right now, walk down 8th Avenue. It'll be about 8 blocks from Port Authority bus terminal to Penn. From there, you can transfer over. And I'm just checking one quick thing. But if you need service out of there, just go right now to Penn. If you need service anywhere else, good luck. I don't know what to advise you to do. But if you, the waterways are cross-honoring also to the New York waterway. But if you need service, best alternative, somewhere in Jersey you need to get to, just take the train from Penn.
or use Path, because Path is cross-honoring.
And we're seeing a lot of pictures on Twitter. I'm seeing, and I'm going to keep an eye on this again. Also, my fellow colleague Andy's Randomness is live right now on his YouTube channel covering this. Unfortunately, I cannot. I'm not in the studio, so I can't broadcast that to you guys live. But let's see. I just got an update from the Port Authority bus terminal. Okay, the update is they just sent out an email. I'm getting alerts also from them. Because of this motor vehicle accident on 495 West, all bus service from the Port Authority bus terminal remains suspended until further notice. New Jersey Transit.
All right, so we're not going to replay Matt at the moment. Wouldn't be any help at this point. All right, so I'm thinking I'm going to probably wrap up because, again, I just don't see any point in continuing to be live on the air at the moment. What I will have to do is just monitor this. I'm going to be watching the local news from New York at 4 o'clock. Again, they do stream online, so I can watch the news at 4 o'clock. So I'm going to wrap up this broadcast. Good luck trying to get to where you need to be, because, again, you're not going to get anywhere for a while if you're thinking about taking the Lincoln or the Holland. Trust me, folks, use the George Washington Bridge. I know it's not the best way to get out, but better than dealing with the Lincoln Tunnel. That's all I'm going to say. So, that. Oh, and also take the trains if you're supposed to take the bus. Just take the trains, take the boat. That's all I'm going to say. So, thank you all for watching. Good luck, because I know today is the day before the 4th and people are still traveling. Until the next one, please take care.